All right. Happy Wednesday. Excited to be hopping on. Oh, Chris is on here at 7:30 this morning. Oh my goodness. Good for you. It's 10:30 here. Excited to be hopping on this morning and sharing a little bit with you guys. Um so no secret. Contest is in full swing, lots going on. But I kind of wanted to talk about it. Some things that now we're 18 days in. I wanted to talk about some things I've seen with my team that I'm like, okay, maybe we should address this and we should talk about it. I do have the baby here with me, so there may be interruptions. But I wanted to talk about sometimes let's talk about the people that are on your team. And if this is you, then like know that you're seen and you're heard and you know, there's a level of understanding there. Sometimes when there's a contest in front of you, there's more pressure on some people because there's now a contest. Okay. Not everybody is a carrot chaser. Not everybody likes incentives. Not everybody loves the trips and the travel. Because some people, it can almost paralyze because there is an actual tangible thing in front of them that puts extra pressure on them. And they feel like they can see what the goal is now. And if they don't get it, it means something about them. It means some type of failure, right? So each month we work our businesses to sign people up and help duplicate and increase our points, right? But we actually cannot see, right, the dollar amount, right? Like we're not sure, you know, we're going to work, we're going to do the things, but we're not sure how the month's going to pan out all the time, what the paycheck's going to be. We know the rank we're going for, but it's not something that's actually tangible, right? Like, oh, you know, it's more of like the idea, I didn't hit the rank, I didn't get the milestone. And what I have found is when there is a trip, there is a incentive. There is some people on my team that it paralyzes and will actually cause them to do less because they're afraid of the failure. They're afraid of not earning the thing. Okay. So anybody that's on here, if you have, like, you can drop in the chat, like, are you an incentive person? Does it drive you? And there's no shame in your answer because this is really important to ask your teams. Like, what drives you? Do incentives drive you? Does the Skylight calendar drive you? Does techie prizes drive you? Does extra bonuses, when they do extra money bonuses, does that stuff drive you? The cruise? Or are you like, it actually applies more pressure to me and it can actually cause me to shut down? Yes, I love it. Me too, Michael. I'm totally a carrot person. I love incentives. The downside is if it's an incentive that I don't love, I'm like, meh, okay, right? I'm being real here because you guys know I'm not going to be anything else. But are you that person that sees the cruise, you get fired up and you're like, move a mountain, tell her high water, I'm gonna earn that cruise. I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to do it. Or is it something that freezes you and you're just like, I don't know, I think it's too much. You've been asked to be an accountability group and you say no. You're a person that does the work anyway. You're a person that shows up and posts and sends messages and does IPA sheets, but you've pulled out of accountability groups because you're not sure that you can be committed. You're not sure that you can withstand the expectations. Did it cross your mind? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if that group's for me right now. I'm not sure. Do these things, do those thoughts cross your mind? And what I want to talk to you about, it doesn't matter what person you are. Okay, this applies across the board. You have to know what drives you. If it's incentives, great. If it's the sheer helping people get healthy and grow your vault of testimonies, great. If it's the free travel, awesome. If it's helping other people make money, great. You need to know what drives you. You also need to know what your why is, because those are the things that actually matter. Okay. This trip means nothing. In the grand scheme of being a business owner, this trip is nothing. This trip is a leg up. This trip is incentive to help you grow your business, encourage you in a fun way with something at the end that lets you celebrate with your team and your friends and your family. Like, but you're still doing the things that need to be done to grow the business to help you reach your why. And that is the end goal. This cruise, you could not earn this cruise and you could still be an emerald by the end of the year. I'm just going to say it. Okay. You could not earn the cruise and still be an emerald. You could not earn the cruise and be a ruby by the end of the year. You could earn the cruise and not be either of those things. Okay. So if you are a person that puts extra pressure on yourself when it comes down to these types of things, I want you to take a step back and I want you to realize that it is not make or break, ride or die on these trips and the incentives. They are supposed to be fun. They are supposed to encourage you. They are supposed to help you bring people in because there is people that want to travel and they can't afford it. And Plexus is the only way they'll ever be able to, right? It is a tool. It should be enjoyable. It should not be something that shuts you down and paralyzes you. Oh, you okay? It should not be something that paralyzes you. It should be fun. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at like, okay, you thought center your mind. I don't really care about the cruise. I can't really go anyway. It's not really my thing. Do you want to come here? Come here. It's not really my thing. I can't do the accountability group. I can't withhold those expectations. I can't do those things. What I want you to look at is, are you doing them anyway? Are you messaging? Are you reaching out to people? Are you doing them anyway? And you're just afraid of like, well, if I don't earn it, or I don't do this, or listen, I want everyone to earn it, but there's zero judgment if you don't. Okay. You should want to earn it because by earning it, you have taken steps forward in your business. Okay. And I want to challenge everybody right now because this scenario came up and it was like crystal clear to me. And I believe when I shared it with my team, they saw the same thing. If you are hesitant on earning this cruise and you're like, I don't know, you're full of I don't knows. I don't know. I just too much. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. I can't step up. I'm not going to claim it. I'm just going to, if it happens, it happens. Okay. If someone on your team catches fire today and takes off and hits senior silver, gold, fast start gold, are you going to sit back and be like, I don't know my schedules. I just don't have time to really put the time in and do the phone calls. And I'm not sure. It's a really busy season for us right now. I just don't know that I can commit to sending 5 messages a day. Are you going to say that? When someone steps up and they're just exploding and you're like, I don't even know what to do with all these phone calls. I'm in like 15 three-way chats. We've got 3 messenger parties scheduled this week. I've got a VIP Zoom. Are you going to say that when someone in your business ignites today and takes off? Are you going to be full of excuses? Well, I've got this and I've got that and this happened in life and this happened and I can't. No. You are going to just figure it out. I promise you. I promise you that you have somebody catch fire today or tomorrow or the next day, and they're exploding and your phone is blowing up. You do not care that you work a full-time job. You do not care that you have kids in sports. You do not care that the laundry needs to be done. You do not care you haven't grocery shopped in 2 weeks. You don't care. You will not care. You will find the time. And all that is a belief issue. Because if you believed that you could have that whenever you wanted, you would find the time. The excuses diminish. I'm sorry. If you disagree with me, put it in the chat because I want to talk about this. If someone on your team blows up today, you are going to find time. we all have the 24 hours, right? We all know this. We all have 24 hours. We all get the same 24 hours. You make time for what is important to you. It is what it is. And no judgment. Whatever those things are, no judgment. They're important to you, and that's what you make time for. Right? But are you filtering excuses through that? Are you filtering through that thought of, well, if my business was doing really well, I'd have more time for my business? Switch that around. If I made more time for my business would do really well. Come on. And I have had these thoughts. I've gone through this. I've watched my team go through this. I've been that person that literally has no idea how I created more than 24 hours in a day to be doing all of these things and not dropping a ball. And then fast forward 2 months later, I can't find time to go to the grocery store. Right? My husband will remind me, he's like, Kate, you know, I am a stay-at-home mom. I do work Lexus full time. He's like, you make your own schedule. I'm like, but you don't understand. You don't understand all the stuff I have to do. I have to do da 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 da. He's like, you make your own schedule and you get done what you want to get done. What's the problem? You don't want to do it. That's the problem. Whatever it may be. Conviction, right? Like I've been there. Oh. So I want to challenge you guys. One, what is driving? You need to know what drives you. Is it the incentives? Is it the trips? Is it helping people? Is it accumulating more health testimonies? Is it helping people make money? What drives you? What excites you? What is your carrot? Okay. What's your carrot? What is that? What is your why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And, you know, we all say like, you know, if you want to be an emerald, act like an emerald. Act like, what would an emerald do? What would Emerald Michael do? How would he act? What would he do? How would he show up? Show up like that now, right? We know these things. Don't wait for your business to do well to show up for your business. Don't be reactive. Don't wait for Susie to take off and who knows where for you to be like, oh, we've got business. Let's get to it. No, do it now. Get to it now. Don't be reactive. You need to be the spark. You need to be the spark. Too many times we let our excuses, especially when we're stuck, right? Especially when we're stuck, whatever that means, when we're stuck and we're having a hard time processing things, right? What do? We sit in it. I know I do. I think, and think. And then I'm like, okay, I need to do something I need to get into action when I probably should only think for 5 seconds and get in action for, you know, way longer. We do it backwards. I always say, throw it against the wall. See if it works. Get into action or see if it sticks. Get into action. See if it's going to work for you. But don't let things paralyze you like incentives, trips, rank ups. Okay. You may be the person that I could call right now, light a fire under them about ranking up. And I get off the call. I'm like, this is going to be great. And you're totally paralyzed because that doesn't speak your language. That's not how you do things. That can paralyze you. You need to know what drives you. You need to ask your team, hey, what speaks to you? Like, does this trip like ignite you or does it shut you down? I think you're going to be surprised to see how much extra pressure is added on people. But then I also want you to start paying attention to your own excuses, to your team's excuses, and be like, okay, is that the actual excuse? Something happened the other day. Somebody was in at 8:30 in the morning. Okay. Most people would say if you have a job, JOB, 8:30 in the morning, you're at work. Messages going back and forth. Person says, they ask about doing the business. Person says, I don't think I can. I'm so swamped at work. I don't have time to do that. Honey, you're in Messenger right now talking to me about how you don't have time because you're at work. So the excuse is not, I don't have time. The excuse is probably, I don't think I could do it. You could be posting right now instead of you're messaging me. What are you doing in Messenger? You're so swamped at work. Get out of Messenger. Right? But we have to be, as leaders, we have to solve these problems. I can't be in the accountability group. It's just too much for me. I don't think I can get on the calls. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can get on team call. Team call's really rough for me. It's a bad time. If your team was on fire, I'll bet you show up for everything. These are things that we need to filter our own excuses through. These are things that we need to help our team. And here's the deal, guys. I mean, like, how many times in real life, outside of Plexus, when you're in the thick of it, you cannot see out. You cannot lift your head. You're stuck, right? Until someone comes over and they like tilt your chin up and they're like, listen, look. Okay. Sometimes when our teams come to us with excuses and we're like, seriously right now? They cannot even see the actual problem. They don't know the actual problem. Their subconscious is trying to protect them, so it gives them some bogus reason as to why they cannot do this. They don't know, okay? So it's our job when excuses come up not to be like, okay, see ya, peace. It's like, hey, get on the phone. Like, what's up? Talk this out. And most of the time, by the end of the conversation, what the excuse was is not now. And it's because they never even realized. Perfect example is someone that shies away from a contest, an incentive, an opportunity. The reason they're shying away from it is not the actual excuse. And we have to show them, like, listen, you're doing all the things anyway. You do it anyway. You're posting, you're messaging. Now, because you have to write it on a piece of paper, you can't. Now, because you could earn a free trip, you don't want to. Now you don't have time. No, something else is going on here, right? So I want us to filter our excuses through that. I want to see, like, what's paralyzing us, what's driving us. Get to the root of the excuses. And also remember, do not wait to make time for your business. Don't wait for your business to be doing well and exploding and finding these runners out of thin air. Because you will find time. You will suddenly have so much time. Your spouses will suddenly be so supportive of Zoom calls at night. Suddenly, it doesn't matter that your kids are on the soccer field. You can get on the phone and work. Like, y'all, I know I'm probably stepping on toes right now. This is real. 7.5 years of this. I've heard it. I've said it. I've done it. If your business, if you are on your way to Emerald, trust me, it don't matter if you're trick-or-treating with your kids. Suddenly, there's a hiatus so you can jump in a bush and send some messages. Like, I'm not kidding. When you get pushed, you have time. When nothing's happening in your business, you're just like, I don't care. Like, I don't have anything to do. I don't have anybody. There's no messages. There's no this. I can't, like, Nicole is at her hair appointment. Okay. Yes. I have a girl on my team. We laugh. We call her, Where's Waldo? Okay. She will be hiding in a bathroom. She will find a closet at work. She will take her break so she can get on team call. Like, where's Waldo? Where are you? She's like, I have to listen to this. She's fast start ranking. She's going to earn the cruise. Why? Because she's figuring it out. It becomes a priority. Nicole, I love that. Yes. Yes. You make time. I used to do hair, and I'm going to say this right now. Someone had got in my chair and said, hey, I have a meeting at 10:30. I'm going to have to pop a nail bot in if that's okay. I would be like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, One less person I got to entertain. Like, I'll go do something else while you're like, do you gotta sit here and process anyway. I don't care. I don't know what kind of meeting you're on. Right. But then Nicole gets off the meeting and they're like, everything's good. Are you done? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, do you work from home? Oh, obviously you're working from the salon. Now you've got a conversation. Right. When it's a priority, you will make time. And that is it. I mean, that is the entire 30-minute Zoom in a sentence. You make time for what is important to you. Period. Period. And listen, would you like to come here? Life happens. I get it. Okay. Curveballs show up every day. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter the thing you're going through. It's different for everybody. Everybody's got it. Okay. So it's going to happen. Don't be surprised. I'm reading Nicole's thing. Potentially should. Exactly. Hairdressers run on energy drinks and coffee. Okay. We eat way too fast, so we have really bad digestive systems. Just saying. Okay. So if it's a priority, you will do it. You will make time for it. Okay. I've been on field trips with my kids and I've told other moms, like, I just have to listen to this meeting for half an hour. I'm still here. Just, can you keep an extra eye on them? I got to listen. Y'all, I make 6 figures doing this. Okay. They can think whatever they want about me for taking 30 minutes out of a field trip to listen to a meeting. I don't care. Okay. I did that before I was making 6 figures. Okay. I was sitting in a doctor's office, listening to a meeting, sitting in we have to make it a priority. That is part of treating it like a business, a 6-figure business before it's a 6-figure business. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what drives you? What's your why? Start making it a priority before it's explosive, before you're forced into it. Don't wait until your next runner shows up and takes off to create all this time for your meetings and your Zooms and your calls. Don't wait. Because if you start showing up like that now, guess what's going to happen? Zoom calls and meetings and chats. Because you're showing up. So I love it. Nicole, I can't wait to see your hair when you're done. Cannot wait to see you guys earning your incentives, earning the cruise with confidence, and knowing that you are growing your business while working towards that. That is the ultimate goal. The cruise is not the ultimate goal. Growing your business and getting closer to your why and your big goal is the ultimate goal. So have a wonderful Wednesday. Oh, it is the 18th. Okay. I always say this. You're halfway through the month. Okay. There's people on your, I'm sorry, he's crying. I don't really hear him. There's people on your team that are frustrated right now and they feel like, no, most of the month is over. I'm just going to give up. You need to start doing I believe calls and connection messages of hey, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We've got 32 days, or what do we have left? 12 days left. Yeah. 10, something like that. So you need to start getting them rallied back up because they're getting defeated. They're getting deflated. They are upset. Bring them back in. Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday.